My future mother-in-law told 40 people my bridal shower was black tie so she could show up in an ivory gown, so I made it a costume party and didn't tell her. Roseanne has treated me like a placeholder for 3 years. Never loud, she's too polished for that. It comes out sideways. At Thanksgiving, she asked in front of everyone whether we'd considered a longer engagement. At a christening, she introduced me as Devin's girlfriend 9 months after we got engaged, then laughed and said, "Old habits." The real problem is she can't stand not being the center of a room. His sister's graduation dinner became 40 minutes about Roseanne's knee surgery. His brother's baby announcement got hijacked by her Garden Society news. My shower was supposed to be simple. My friend Priya was hosting it in her backyard. String lights, tacos, sundresses. It was printed on the invitation. Casual, come comfy. 2 weeks out, Devin's cousin texted me. "Please tell me you know about this." A screenshot from a group chat I wasn't in. Roseanne telling 11 women the shower had been upgraded to formal and that she'd handle my mother so nobody would be underdressed. Then, a second screenshot. Her dress. Floor length, ivory silk, beaded bodice, a little drape at the back. Captioned, "Finally, an excuse." I sat on my kitchen floor for a while. Then I texted Priya. Change of plans. Costume party. She wrote back, "Say less." Theme, decades. Everyone picks one and commits. I sent it to all 41 guests that night. My mom's side went feral. My Aunt Loretta has a garage full of Halloween storage and started assigning people. And I told Devin's family I did. I sent it to his cousin, his aunts, his sister, and I asked his father to pass it to Roseanne, knowing the way you know the sun rises that he'd put it off and forget. He has forgotten every message I've ever asked him to relay. It's practically his personality. Day of, the backyard looked incredible. My mom came as a 70s disco disaster. Loretta did a full beehive. Devin's sister showed up in 90s grunge. Priya came as Cleopatra because she said decades were restrictive. I wore a hideous 80s prom dress with sleeves the size of throw pillows. Roseanne arrived 50 minutes late and stopped dead on the patio. Ivory silk, beading, the drape. 40 people in wigs and leg warmers turned to look. There was this long, terrible pause where you could watch her decide what to do. And then Priya's mother, who is genuinely the sweetest woman alive and had no idea what she'd walked into, called out, "Oh, wow, runaway bride? That's such a fun one." Somebody laughed. Not meanly, but somebody laughed. Roseanne's face did something I'll remember until I die. She said, "This is a designer gown," to nobody in particular, and walked back through the house. Her husband followed 20 minutes later with a plate of tacos he hadn't finished. The calls started that night. I was childish. I was cruel. I should have told her myself instead of hiding behind his father. Nobody once asked why she'd given 11 women a different dress code than the one on my invitation. Devin said one sentence to her on the phone. She told Dad. You know she told Dad. Roseanne skipped the wedding. Said she wasn't comfortable. Fine. It was the most peaceful day of my life. Here's what I keep coming back to. For 3 years, I tried to earn her, and I finally understood. She wasn't withholding approval. She was defending a throne. There was never a version of me that got it. She still tells people the shower was unfortunate. Priya framed a photo for us. Me in that monstrous prom dress, mid-laugh, my mother's arm around my neck, 40 people behind us in wigs. It hangs in our hallway. You can just barely see the ivory silk leaving through the door.